stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is October 18, 2025. It is 6:16 a.m. I'm working on a video right now. I'm editing that I was supposed to edit yesterday, but for some reason I was completely drained. I just didn't feel like editing at all. So I went to do some real work that was paying the bill. But anyway, there are some tweets that I came across. I would like to review them and share them with you, and at the same time inform myself. And then later today, we have a office party to go to, even though it's a Saturday. It's I love going to that because there's a lot of event things for family, the kids, and things like that. All right, so this is the first tweet. This should have been last, but let's get it out the way. This is Serena Williams, play backup dancer for Shonda Rhimes as they did the backup dancer challenge. Shonda Rhimes, quote, "I told Serena Williams she could be an extra on Bridgerton if she was my backup dancer." All right, let's listen. Well, I cannot play it. The music, definitely, copyright. And the video, I'll be putting screenshot in between. But I thought that was funny. So I muted. Look at Serena Williams doing her thing. I've seen a lot of YouTube video bringing TikTok videos onto YouTube about this particular challenge. It's really cute. That's nice. Oh my God. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. All right. So let me go to the next tweet. You could pause and read some of the comments that's on the screen. All right. Next tweet. All right, so that's this year. Indeed, with love, Meghan is a gift. So many has found inspirational and inspiring. There's all of those hashtags. Let's listen. It is almost 3 minutes.
So I was watching Meghan's show, the Meghan Sussex, With Love Meghan, on Netflix. So this is season 2, and she's making this gift for her guest, Tan. And he's Indian, and she shows a style of rapping and everything. And look at, she's so pleased with herself when she finishes it and shows it to the crew. And then later on, she gives this gift, you'll see just in a moment, to Tan. And he's like, yeah, can I open this? And watch his face when he realizes what it is.
Yeah, I saw that episode. I think this is one of those people, when you really think about a gift and you see what the person will like as the gift, and I really think he enjoyed that gift. I really truly believe he enjoyed that gift. He appreciated it.
Yeah, it's like a little box for
Spice or something. I think for spice.
For spices.
Yeah.
And he's so happy because he's so surprised, because it's not just a gift, it's very personalized to him, because they had talked about spices and how he cooks, and they talked about the different heat and spices in Indian food, and she talked about how she has a palate for that, and he was like, even to this level. And so they're bonding over that, and it just made me realize that, you know, one of the, how do you say this? One of the best things to me about friendships is giving them a personalized gift.
Yeah.
Like I like to gift. Like that's one of my things, and I like to be very personalized. Now, I'm not good at arts and crafts like Meghan is, and like my wife and daughter are, but I like to find.
That tells me you're man, okay? So I could see that in most men. And I raised this on one of my videos regarding my husband giving gifts to certain member of the family. I don't want to say who. Okay, and when there's one particular gift that he had given, and they did not appreciate it. And I was so upset about it, the way they were treating it. And then when they spoke about it, you could see they didn't care. So when my husband was saying he's going to give, because my husband used to collect, what those magazine, comic books, right? He was going to give it away. And I said, and they're worth a lot. Okay. And I told him, you have 2 boys. Okay, you have 2 boys, not girls, 2 boys. Maybe you should keep it for them and give them the first choice. If they don't want it, then you could do whatever. And it's to the same person he was going to give it. And after seeing that particular gift he had given, he's giving a lot. But I see how they treat certain things. So I told him, you know. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let's continue.
Something that's just made for them. And I think one of the recurring themes of her show in both seasons is part of the things that she has a personalized gift for everybody, each guest, and then she shows how she decided it and decided on it and how she put it together. Sometimes it's something she makes. In that case, it was something she bought, but then it was personalized to him, and she put the spices in it as she thought it.
From my understanding, because I did watch that episode, I think it's either North Carolina that she went, and she was just wandering around, and she went to that particular boutique, and when she came across it, and she felt like this is something she didn't know for who she was gonna give it to, but she thought that was very special. Okay, and when she was gonna invite him, when he was gonna come to the show, and she felt this is the person that she should give it to, and you could see how appreciative he was. All right, and I think she said something, this kind of thing, you pass it on from generation to generation based on his culture, if I'm not mistaken. Let's continue. See, I did watch that one. Okay, normally I fall asleep on whatever TV show I'm watching, but this one I remember I watched it.
They like and things like that, but other times she'll make something, you know, whether it's a flower bouquet or just whatever it is. And I think I figured out why, for me, in my soft life stage of life, like Meghan said, why I love her show so much is because I like to do that part, But also, I think, and this is just something that just hit me, is probably everyone else understands this. I think that her show is a gift to us. And I think that's why it's signed and titled With Love, Meghan, because that is how you would sign off on a card to your loved one. You give them a gift, you write something with love to that person.
But this is something I've said, not like that, not the way he's putting it. I think I said something with the TIG, because she used to do that in terms of print and whatever, the TIG on her blog. So she transferred this into a video aspect. I think it's the same thing as the TIG, but make it into a video aspect of that. Okay, and I truly think, yeah, it's for her fan. She knows her fan will like it, and this is something she enjoyed doing. So, and things like that. Yes, there's a lot of work to produce and put these things together, but there's a love behind it. Okay, enjoyment. Not only, yes, a lot of thinking, processing, and all of that, but it's a love of creating it. All right, but let's continue. It's almost done.
So I know it's probably very simple, and everybody probably has understood this for a couple of years, but it just hit me that that's what it's like. So not only is she giving within the show, but then to our audience, us, the show is the gift to us, and she's signing off with Love, Meghan. So I don't know, I was just sitting around late at night, and I thought that was really cute.
I understand.
Yeah,
him.
so I was watching Meghan's show.
Okay, it's playing again. Yeah, I understand him, and I agree with him. There's a TikTok. We're playing from season 1 starting today. Well said. All right, let's go to the next tweet. It's another video. I might do another video for Happy Team Sussex. There's a lot of talk regarding Prince Andrew, so I want to see what's going on with that. I grabbed a couple tweets, but I didn't really go too deep into them because I'm waiting until I'm recording. Okay, so this is the next tweet for this video. All these diabolical, racist, evil British press and royals with their trolls are failing miserably, lying to themselves. Harry and Meghan are suffering. There's the laugh here. The joke is on them. Harry and Meghan are living their best life, busy working for themselves and humanity. Harry and Meghan. So let's listen to that. A minute and 15 seconds. There's another video here. Okay, let's listen.
Your enemies think their cursing of you is working, but instead your blessings are increasing.
Mm-hmm.
Those who hate you have been cursing you, lying about you, slandering you, and their demons are telling them that it's working. But instead, the Lord is blessing you. Your finances are increasing. You're getting new cars, even new houses, new places to live. Your debts are being paid off. Your bad friends are being exposed and removed, and you're getting new healthy friends, new godly connections, more peace than you've ever had before. And your enemies are confused because their demons are telling them that you are struggling and you're ready to give up. But it's because they're being lied to,
deceived
by their own demons. This will be an amazingly blessed end of the year and beginning to the new year for you. When we're living godly lives, the Lord wants to bless us greatly so that those who are evil...
Wow, I would love to listen to more. The thing with the others, we are at a pivotal moment right now where it seems like, unfortunately, since we are all connected, this is a world that we share. We had to go through that. The same way Harry is going through, Harry and Meghan are going through that, but they've already went through the storm. Harry have been in the storm, but Meghan, who was not aware of that storm, went through it, and she came back out intact, thank God, with our prayers. So now they understand the facade of the nonsense that the UK is displaying, so they remain focused. We need to thank them for remaining focused. And I think the moment Meghan understand this is the key part for her. She understood the nonsense that the UK media and the royal family was playing. Once she understood it, I think that's when her mental well-being is somewhat aligned with her body and soul, and then she just ignored them. And it's very sad. The derangers don't get it yet, and people who didn't really care for either one of them, or even the royal family, Harry, Meghan, or the royal family. So the moment they start continuing seeing the negativity, it caught their attention to just stop and think and then realize what's happening. I've been saying this for a very long time. The moment I started looking into Harry and Meghan, I saw the parallel between their experiences and what was going on politically. And we are at the moment right now. Look at when Harry and Meghan are creating content with Netflix for us, and then you see a lot of African Americans are just sitting back minding their own business. And guess what's really distracting us right now? Harry and Meghan content. Meanwhile, the bubble outside, okay, the environment outside of the Sussex Squad bubble is chaotic, and some people are starting to get it. And Sussex Squad, African American, are inside that bubble of calmness because we saw it. We saw the storm. Okay, I have a video that I did back in 2020 where I said the storm is coming. I mean, it was so clear, the behavior and action of all these political people. They're displaying their full intention. You just had to plug in everything together. I knew all of this were going to happen. In terms of how it was going to happen, I can't tell you. But the negativity was so clear. You could see it, and eventually it was going to burst. And now what's happening in the US, people are paying attention. There are some pushback. Okay? So you see, I don't even talk too much what's going on in terms of politics. Occasionally, here and there, like I'm doing right now, I'll mention something here and there. But even though I'm paying attention, I'm not surprised. It does not faze me. I'm just hoping the rest of American gets it. The key people, the people who goes to the voting booth, pay attention, understand they are being played, and when they go to the voting booth, they vote correctly. This is the only thing that's bothering me a little bit. Okay? But everything else that is happening is just they're running scared. They're getting closer to them. Even though they have full power and control, we are pushing back. Okay? So all of this, Harry and Meghan went through the storm. They saw everything. Meghan understood it. The moment she understood it, she calmed down. She just like, you know what? I don't need to pay attention to it. Let me focus on my thing. And then as she's doing the things, the production, selling her gem, people are buying. And the bubble that she's in the US, along with African American, the Sussex Squad, we are fine. We just have to hope and pray the rest, the ones who were blind, could see. And then those foot soldiers could understand the nonsense that Trump is pointing at them to do. All right, we finished listening to this. There's a retweet. Let me go into that. I don't know if there's another one. Yep, there's more. Okay, so I'll go over all of them. All right, what is really laughable is the same British press and royals who told Meghan to stay away from England and refused to make security arrangement for them and harass her and her kids are the same people asking why she's not coming to their toxic, racist, evil, bitter country. All right, it's almost 2 minutes. 1 minute and 50 seconds. Screenshot, okay?
Princess Meghan is in Paris throwing fits. She swept into the Balenciaga show.
Okay, so this is all. Since I didn't see it yet, I'm just going to let it play, okay?
Like an ethereal angel. White oversized pantsuit complete with a gorgeous cape that screams regal. You see the material. Before y'all start, this is not Dimna's Balenciaga. This is Pier Paolo Piccolo's Balenciaga. Think class, couture, elevation. This is not the streetwear Balenciaga that the Kardashians are wearing. My favorite thing about this look, she is not giving princess. She is giving queen. The poise, the power, the presence. One of the most powerful things about Meghan is that her presence is her shock value. All the other girls are running around Paris half naked just trying to get noticed. But the Duchess of Sussex shut the city down showing nothing but cheekbones. Even after the show where she unbuttoned.
I love that. She covered herself. She showed only her cheekbone. That is true. This is like I like to listen to different perspective, different viewpoint. Okay, so let's continue.
The bit showed a little bit more skin. Still so elegant and feminine, tasteful, high class. There is such a magnetism to feminine confidence and being a high standards hottie. Radiate a self-respect, a self-worth, a self-confidence that pulls people in. It's not cocky or vulgar or overstated. Authenticity, being authentic, knowing what you bring to the table and genuinely liking it, seeing value in it, feeling good about it, feeling sure about it, feeling proud of it. We've all seen the trials and tribulations Meghan has gone through, but she's come out the other side now victorious, more self-aware, self-assured, strong.
Just like I was just saying a few minutes ago, she went through the storm, and once she understood the nonsense that was being played around her, and her mind and body and soul are in sync. All right, so let's continue. She's just minding her own business.
Longer, that's what shines through her to me. This is timeless class, elegance that's fresh and relevant, without being preachy or oppressively modest. This is what a royal should look like in 2025. In a few months, Harry and Meghan will celebrate 10 years together. Crazy that a decade later, Meg is still front page news. Not bad for an irrelevant Z-lister, eh?
All right, let's see here. I think I listened to him already, but let's see. Meghan Sussex looks so gorgeous. I love the low back on the black dress. She looks sophisticated in both dresses. Now let the crying of the toxic, racist, evil British press and royals with their trolls begin. With love, Meghan. There's all those hashtags. All right, let me read some of this comment before I go into this, because I think each of these videos come with their own comments. Is that Tracy Ellis Ross living her best life? Yeah, I point her out when I was doing videos during the Paris Fashion Week. I call her Sussex Squad. All right, the press was so mad because she has the glamorous, and they've been left with Princess Dowdy and her skinny jean and boring blazers. They turned her into that. Okay, she had I was not following them, and I'm still not following them. But there are pictures that I saw when they were dating. Kate and William were dating, and up until probably her wedding. Okay, she had that feminine kind of athletic look. That's a decent, reasonable look. But the royal family turned her into that. And then the thing is that she allowed it to happen. And this is why she's getting all of those positive coverage.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing. Yeah. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned, mute woman.
She allowed them to turn her into a freaking mannequin and a bone. But people see, no matter how many positive headline people are seeing, but our senses, our sight, okay, we could see. Okay, well-minded people could see that, what the hell is this? But anyway, let me read some of this. The world is their stage, and they have no need of the British Isle and those toxic inhabitants who have harassed them. Gorgeous, that is all to it. That white outfit Meghan is wearing is hideous. Okay, to some people, okay, it's fine. But it got the moment, okay?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Gets the yet unheard of Zorro snap in Z formation.
Oh, wow.
They can have their own private security in any country, including the UK. What cannot be done in any country is hiring the police as private security. They are all a joke. Okay, let me get the New York City thing here for them. All right, so this is what I put here, and I highlight some of the thing here. NYPD provides supplement security for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle when they are in New York City. Working in conjunction with the couple's private security team, the department announced in February 2024 that it will enhance its security resources for the couple on future visits. Like, for instance, that past week, when they were in New York, they probably did provide them. And I think in one video, I highlight one Asian person that was in front of a camera, and I said maybe he is one of the NYPDs. Okay, enhanced police protocol after the 2023 paparazzi incident. An NYPD intelligence chief confirmed in a letter that the department will provide additional resources during their city visit. Okay, you could pause and read everything. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. You know, those derangers will always say that nonsense. The reason why the NYPD did I submit it? Oh, I almost forgot. The reason why they're providing that supplement security is due to public safety. Because after the chase that happened in New York when Meghan was receiving her award, because paparazzi were hitting cars, do all sort of illegal things.
To TMZ Live, Harvey Levin here.
Charles here.
So Meghan and Harry had quite the night. It started out very glamorous with a lot of acclaim. Meghan got an award, and it was a very glitzy event. We'll get into that in a minute. But the headline turns out not to be what happened at the event. It's what happened after.
Right. As their spokesperson describes it, and as we have confirmed with independent sources, that there was a harrowing, in fact, they say near catastrophic 2-hour chase around New York City, paparazzi chasing them. And it all started right here. This is around 10 p.m. as they left the Ziegfeld Theater and they got into their SUV. Well, what happened once they got in that SUV is a chase that at times got up to speeds of 80 miles per hour. And I know you may be thinking, where in New York City are you going to drive 80 miles per hour?
That would be the FDR.
The FDR Drive on the east side of Manhattan. They were doing 80, trying to shake photographers who were chasing them.
And they were right on their tail.
Yeah, and they had, this was not just Harry and Meghan in their single SUV. They actually had an entourage that, it's clear that they anticipated some of this.
Clearly, they were in an SUV. There were 2 security SUVs that were tailing them, and then there was a 4th SUV that eventually was used to try and block traffic to thwart the paparazzi that were following them.
Right.
Now, they say that pedestrians were almost hit, cars were almost hit, a couple of police officers almost
involved,
hit.
Right?
So I know this sounds crazy, but we have confirmed, like Charles said, that this really did last 2 hours. So there were times when they went to various police stations trying to get some help, or
trying to get help, or trying to
get
shake the paparazzi. So the video we're about to show you, this is them almost an hour and a half after leaving the theater. They've been in this chase. They've been on the FDR going 80 miles per hour. And now they've gone back to a police precinct, and they get into a yellow cab. They get out of their SUV. They get into a yellow cab.
And it's to shake the paparazzi. They're figuring nobody would think they'd get in the yellow cab, so they get in at the police station and drive away, and they're thinking we're going to shake the paparazzi.
But
that did not
clearly,
happen.
you can see the paparazzi knew they were there. That's their security guard, who gets out of the front seat and is trying to get the photographers to back up.
You can see the thinking behind getting in a yellow cab. It might blend in more with all of the other yellow cabs in New York City, so they could sort of make a hasty retreat and lose the paps, but it didn't work at all. And this does sound absolutely harrowing. People driving the wrong way, apparently cars getting up on sidewalks. And for Harry, this has to be traumatizing because his mother was killed during a pap chase in Paris in 1997 when he was just 12 years old. So all those memories had to come flooding back when he's in the car.
So this cab that left that police station kind of circled apparently, and then came back, I don't know, 15 minutes later.
10, 15 minutes later, goes back to the precinct. They get out of the cab.
And got back in the SUV that they were in originally, because I'm guessing here they didn't want the cab driver to try and well, also they don't know how good of a driver he is.
Yeah. And by the way, the cab driver himself might have been like, I don't want any part of this. I didn't know that there was a chase going on.
Right.
So they
came back to the precinct, got in an SUV, and this lasted until midnight. Now, a lot of people have kind of suggested or wondered, why didn't they just go to the place where they were going to stay? Well, the answer we got was they didn't want bedlam at that place. They were staying at a friend's house.
Right, staying at a friend's house, private residence, and they had the photographers following them at that point. They just didn't want to bring all of that chaos to their friend, and so they made the decision to drive around until it all died down. And
so their people issued this statement.
Last night, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Ms. Ragland, because Meghan's mom was there, were involved in a near catastrophic car chase at the hands of a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. This relentless pursuit, lasting over 2 hours, resulted in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians.
And NYPD said every time they come, they're gonna provide security. And you know, knock on wood, okay, not that I'm happy they went through that, but maybe it was necessary, because if Harry and Meghan had asked for that, they probably would have said no, they can't give it to them. But because of the action, first, the UK, I think, had put something in the papers, like a ransom, if they get certain pictures certain way about them, and they will get certain amount of money. And it caused that to happen, the chase. Okay, God was with them. Okay, they came out on top, alive and well. So now, because of the action of the paparazzi and due to public safety, it could have been anybody who's walking, minding their own business, or maybe a parent picking up a kid from whatever, after school program, and then those paparazzi doing all of this stuff, and then things happen. Okay, so to prevent unnecessary injury, so the NYPD said, we're going to provide you with security each time you come. And then Harry will have his own security. So when they come, I'm sure there is talk back and forth how they're going to, you know, provide the security. Okay? So this is the next tweet. So the dinner took place at Kelly Wearstler's house. So I guess this is the person here. It was done at a private home. That's why we didn't have any media pictures of the woman's coming and goings. How I love all this for Duchess Meghan Sussex. She is exactly where she needs to be. All right, so that's that. And what I like about it, JTB did a wonderful review about it. It's in one of my videos. I've already recorded and uploaded already. Is that he highlight each of the women that were there. And I think there's one tweet that I came across and their contribution to that event. It's almost like a potluck. People bring, each individual bring their own thing. So she provide the home, Meghan provide the wine, some others provide other things. Okay, so it was a collaborate type of things. Each one of them contribute to it. Okay, this is 27 seconds screenshot. Let's listen.
I spent 2 hours with Emma last week, and she is just like a ray of light and just has the most incredible personality. And you're so warm, and this is just, you know, really special, bringing all these women together. And welcome to my home. And
oh, there's Sharapova, the tennis player. I spoke about her. I think I'm still editing that video. How I like the fact that when she was inducted into the Hall of Fame, Tennis Hall of Fame, and she asked Serena Williams to induct her, because the competitiveness between the two, and they both respect each other. I mean, that's the way sports supposed to be. You practice in your personal time, wherever, privately, you get the best coach, whatever, to train you. And then during the match, you show your best. Okay? And you do what you have to do to win within the parameter of the, what do you call this? The law. There's another term for it. If I remember when I'm editing, I'll put it on the screen. Okay? So they both were competitors. And I guess Serena was one of her toughest competitor. So she felt like Serena should inducted her. And I think I shared that in one of my videos. All right, it's done.
And I spent 2 hours.
I would love to listen to everything. Okay, is that the one that he did? Okay, if this is, yeah, this is it. I already covered it, so I'm not going to play it again. All right, good Lord. If you're going to talk about her, at least learn how to say her title, div. Okay. Oh no, Kelly is gonna be Markle. Oh, shut up. It wasn't for Meghan. It was a joint thing. There's other women there. You know what? Let's leave that alone. What else do we have here? Let me go into that. Hopefully there's more. I covered it already. Okay. So let's leave that alone. Let's go to the next one. Because I have a lot to share with you and I have places to go and I'm in the middle of editing something. So this I probably will edit later tonight. Next tweet. That's from the Telegraph. A quote, a woman-only vegan banquet attended by the Duchess of Sussex was a lesson in self-congratulatory, vain adoration, writes William Sitwell. What? Congrats, Meghan. You helped create the worst dinner party. Oh. Why the UK so negative? Why? That's the same thing again. No, this look. Is that the same thing? Okay, first, Meghan was invited. Second, you're just angry because you know that your lazy, mumbling, dumb, old face, future queen, will never be invited to that kind of a table. The table of hardworking, intelligent, financially independent women. Third, cry harder. Wow. Right. The other one, one of the squad made reference to it. You don't see any like chandelier covering her face because they didn't want her to appear on pictures. Okay, this photo is really surly. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex left the failing House of Windsor, and many voters like Willie Sitwell were gleeful. Really, the antiquated institution is over, and your jealousy is very unbecoming. No access, no money. The Duchess of racial fluidity. Is that okay? Let's leave that alone. I should have known. The Telegraph. All the haters gonna come there. Let's go to the next one. Is a TikTok review. Okay. Existing where her critics can't reach her. All right. It is a minute and 1 second.
UK tabloids keep saying that Duchess Meghan is irrelevant, but yet she's booked and busy at all these events that they wish they were invited to. Because apparently
you know what? I think this is the perfect tweet that I didn't even know come after that last tweet from the Telegraph. This is perfect. All right, let me start it all over.
UK tabloids keep saying that Duchess Meghan is irrelevant, but yet she's booked and busy at all these events that they wish they were invited to. Because apparently irrelevant means front row at Paris Fashion Week and the guest of honor at Emma Greed's table. In the past few weeks, Duchess Meghan has been seen in Paris Fashion Week at Balenciaga's show. She's been in New York speaking on panels at major events. And last night, she was the guest of honor at Emma Greed's seat at the table. So is it irrelevance or is it access? The narrative in the UK is that she's faded into obscurity. However, what's really true is that she stopped performing for people who never rooted for her in the first place. It has moved from headlines to high society, and honestly, that's a different kind of visibility. One that...
From my understanding, Meghan was always up there, okay? But she was doing her thing quietly. She did raise something like that in her engagement interview, where she said she was never part of the pop culture type of thing.
But in the case of your relationship, unlike for most people, there's this whole layer of what it means to get involved with someone from the royal family. How much of a sense did you have, Meghan, of the enormity of what you were getting into, what it might mean for your life?
I think I can very safely say, as naive as it sounds now, having gone through this learning curve in the past year and a half, I did not have any understanding of just what it would be like. I don't think either of us did that. We both said that, even though we knew that it would be.
Yeah, I tried to warn you as much as possible, but I think both of us were totally surprised by the reaction after the first 5-6 months of when we had to ourselves of what actually happened from then. So I think you can have as many conversations as you want and try and prepare as much as possible, but we were totally unprepared for what happened after that.
The scrutiny.
Well, all sorts.
Well, I mean, I think also because there's a misconception that because I have worked in the entertainment industry that this would be something I would be familiar with. But even though I've been on my show for, I guess, 6 years at that point, and working before that, I've never been part of tabloid culture. I've never been in pop culture to that degree, and lived relatively quiet life, even though I focused so much on my job. And so that was a really stark difference out of the gate. But and I think we were just hit so hard at the beginning with a lot of mistruths that I made the choice to not read anything, positive or negative. It just didn't make sense, and instead we focused all of our energies just on nurturing our relationship.
On us, yeah.
On us.
And Meghan, your parents, do you think, well, very happy for you, obviously. Do you think they have worried at all about the scale of what you're getting into?
Well, I'm sure at the onset, both my parents and my close friends were concerned because we got very quickly swept up in a media storm that, as I shared, was not part of my life before that. But they also had never seen me so happy. And I think also once my friends, were able to really meet Harry and my mom, who we've spent a lot of time with, who's so much fun.
Mom's amazing.
It was just, it was just obvious that no matter what we were being put through, that it was just temporary and that we were going to be able to get through that. So everyone was really happy with me. He's talked to my dad a few times, hasn't been able to meet him just yet. But it's all been worth every effort.
Yeah, it's been great.
But when I look at, for instance, people who were following her on TIGs and things like that, showing, at least for me, that's how I learned about Meghan's past. Showing me some of the things she used to do, hanging out with high-level society, with prime ministers of Canada, here and there. So Meghan was always up there. It's just that, yeah, the tabloid. And thank God for social media. And unfortunately, it could be a good and a bad, but people are talking. Because if we were relying only on the media to tell us information, they would make us believe Meghan is whatever it is, the nonsense they're painting her to be. Okay? So let's continue. And Meghan is showing us the background, some of the things that she be doing on her IG.
That they can't even wrap their minds around. It's not that Meghan has disappeared, it's that she's existing where her critics can't reach her. And nothing makes people more angry than a woman who thrives when you thought you broke her. So if this is irrelevant, honey, sign me right up. I'm Michaela Ian, and that's the Culture Take.
Yep, she's right. Let's see here. The haters enjoy creating a caricature of Meghan, but have wild tantrum when she corrects the misinformation. We know how it goes. They hate that Meghan is not the made-up witch they try to portray her to be. Yeah, the moment they were aware of her, they already cast her as whatever nonsense that they wanted for her and the royal family. And Meghan was like, nope, that's not me. The different kind of visibility, and I'll also add to whom, is the key thing here. So next level, that those outside that sphere don't even know where the windows or the press their envious noses. All right, okay, being objective, S1, what's that? S1 of Meghan with Love, season 1. Season 1 of Meghan with Love was genuinely rewatchable, but if there's going to be a third season, I'd love to see it focus more on cozy comfort foods, hearty meats, dishes, and beautiful cakes, and honestly, episode with her natural curls out and more girlfriend chat. She'll whatever she feel like sharing. That was a lovely take. Yeah, I think so too. Good take. Not her poor children. Her children is out of the picture. It's not for you. They're private citizen. Brits are so focused on Harry and Meghan that they don't notice UK is being Islamized. Into that, I don't know. But anyway, this is the last thing I have for this video. Alright. Damn, I felt those burn. Alright, let's go into it so it could be bigger. Pause. Damn, what did he turn into? Okay. Billy Bush asking why we need to see Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, is rich coming from a man the world begged to disappear after that Access Hollywood tape. The only thing worse than his judgment is his lack of moral compass. Billy Bush wants to judge Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Okay, remember, he used to have, what's his name? Piers Morgan on his show. This is the same group.
You heard from anyone in the palace thanking you for the, serious defense of them?
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family.
Upper level
We're very
people?
grateful that. Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for them.
And he's related to George Bush. Okay, I have said something about this kind of thing before. Go on Up Your Team Sussex. These are the same group. All right, they pretend to be something else, but if you look deeper into their background, oh my God, the man who laughed through Felon 47's assault confession should be the last to speak. All right, this is why I said keep on praying for Meghan. There's things that I want to say, but I don't want them either. Hopefully they're not thinking about it, and I don't want to say it so they don't use it and to give them ideas. But this, we need to keep on praying for Harry and Meghan, the Sussexes, 24/7. Every time you think about them, throw a prayer for them. All right, 2 minutes and 53 seconds. I'm saying bullshit. Screenshot.
Meghan Markle continues to remind us why she's just like us, flaunting $300,000 in jewelry at a charity event.
Oh, look, it's Billy Bush, crawling out of the Access Hollywood gutter. You should have stayed canceled, Billy. Aren't you the same man who laughed and giggled while Felon 47 bragged about assaulting women? And now you think you're qualified to judge Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex?
Okay, it's the UK who's poking at the US. Okay, they need the American people to be a negative view of Meghan. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Imagine the nerve of a man who lost his career for laughing through a confession of SA, trying to play moral referee. Billy, your moral compass was broken then, and it's still broken now. You have nerve to lecture anyone about what they're wearing when your claim to fame is enabling a predator on national television.
She's your girl's hot in the purple.
Whoa!
Yes!
Whoa!
Yes, Nadal has scored!
I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. But I don't even know where. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the do anything.
And then
this is the thing, when women are around these people, you have to have your self-respect. Because those men, they know what they're doing. All right? I don't know. I hope young people learn from this, as much as it's disgusting. But when they come out and say their intention, I hope young women are paying attention. Have self-respect.
You ask, why do we need to hear from them?
Just like, why do we need to hear from them? Is my thing. Is like, well, what? Why are you the keynote speaker at all these charity events? You're not your husband's mother.
Which is fine.
You're an actress. You're fifth on the call sheet.
The real question is, who asked to hear from you? Nobody needed you then, and nobody needs you now. You should have stayed in the cancellation graveyard you crawled out of. And as for you, Darren Karp, who are you anyway?
Mindy Kaling comes over and she's like, I love your outfit. Who makes it? I love your outfit. And Meghan Markle's like, well, I'm very high-low. She's like, my pants are from Zara, which okay,
that's
that's low. I shop at Zara, totally cool.
Me too.
But then she's like, my top's Loro Piana, which is probably at least a $2,500 top. And I'm like, no, you're not high-low. You're just an asshole. This is an asshole comment to make.
Bless your insecure and jealous.
But that's her money. If I was the one who's donating to her and she's spending that much on her, I'll be upset. But no, she's working her butt off for what she has. This is what independent women do. They do whatever they want with their money. Now, let's say if I'm as rich as her and I have $2,500, will I spend on? I don't know. But for me, myself, I will not spend that much on one blouse. But who am I to tell her, Meghan, what to do with her money? And she tells us she worked her butt off behind the scene. So she earned it to buy it. I don't know. But who knows? Maybe the blouse that she's wearing didn't even cost that much. That's that woman's assumption. All right, let's continue.
Jealous heart. You call Meghan an asshole for wearing Loro Piana while pretending Zara makes her relatable. The real asshole here is you. You heard Loro Piana and your tax bracket collapsed. It's all right, sweetie. Nobody's judging you for being basic, poor, and irrelevant. The only thing high-low about you is your self-esteem. Billy
right.
and Darren are a perfect match for each other. Two irrelevant voices gasping for air by dragging a woman whose success keeps burning through their mediocrity. Meghan attends charity events. You two attend the pity party known as your careers.
And then let's not forget as well, yes, she spent money on herself, rightly so, she earned it, and she also donate to charities. I mean, yes, I understand she probably needs to save for her children, that's her business, but then again, that's her hard work, who produced the fund for her to be able to spend it. If you're working, you're not enjoying the money, what's the point? Look at the other ones, left behinders. They keep on accumulate, taking so much wealth. Look at their faces. Are they enjoying what they have? That's the whole point for working. You work and you spend the money the way that you feel you're comfortable, you can. And then enjoy the fruit of your labor. And that's what it is. Oh, my Lord.
The truth is, Meghan is global, you're local. She's timeless, you're expired. And nobody needs to see and hear from Billy Bush again. Ever.
This is the nonsense that they keep on bringing over here. Okay, before, you didn't hear any of that. So I think it's a campaign. They're trying to make people in the U.S. to talk about her, but it's not going to happen. And I'm glad that JTB did that with you. Otherwise, I'm not on TikTok. I will never know these people were saying things. All right? Your tax brackets collapse. Phew. What a way to call someone a poor peasant. I threw my head back and laughed at that one. Their jealous hatred is palpable. Grade A haters. I never saw anyone drag Princess Diana for wearing designer clothes or nice jewelry, or the current Princess of Wales. She is rich. One of the perks of that is she gets to wear nice things. There seems to be an entire industry based on bashing her. I wonder what the difference is. What the difference is. These people never have any problem with the white royals flashing their expensive clothes and jewelry at charities. No posts about them turning up empty-handed to food banks wearing all their expensive jewelry. Only when it's biracial women, it's racism. And Meghan is earning her own money.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes that's more than financial.
Yeah. Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
Okay, wonderful commentary. Billy envy is palpable, and his nobody kickstand illustrates how gutter snipes behave when they are gasping for relevance. Billy and the A-wipe are irrelevant. They will never be invited to bask in the altruistic glow of Meghan as ever. Love wins. I've been sick of Billy Bush since earlier this year. Is he still out there? I haven't come across him. Okay, I'm glad NJTB, Notorious JTB, is out here on this street. Bush picked before he got canceled. Even then, I thought he was so weird on TV. Oh dear. Like I told you on his show, is it Extra or Access Hollywood? He used to have, that Piers Morgan come on his show. Oh dear. There must be objective to Meghan wearing her very high value engagement ring, wedding ring, and eternity ring, plus Diana's Cartier watch, which she also always wears. Her high profile seems to annoy them a lot too. I wonder why. Thank you for the Billy Bush whipping. Cancellation graveyard almost undid me. That's the laugh here. Tam hasn't treated him well. Yeah, I saw that too. Let me pause and see if there's something I could add here. I think I'm gonna stop here. If I do another recording, it will be for PYTE Sussex regarding Prince Andrew, and there's some stuff that I have. Maybe this. Okay, let's see these. Let me go over it really quick. When the balcony goes Ozempic. Okay, there's the laugh here. There's that laughing my ass off. I see what you did here. Love to see it. Okay, so there's that. Congrats, Meghan and the Lemonada team for winning gold. Okay, so she won. Her podcast won. Meghan Sussex attend Emma Grady's A seat at the table dinner in Los Angeles. We spoke about that already. All right, so there's all of this. The squad are talking about it. And I'll be talking about Andrew on PYTE Sussex. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching.